Good morning. This is the board report for Monday, October 22nd, 2018. Give you an update on what we did last night at the board meeting. So the first thing the board did was they recognized two people who have worked really hard this year and did a great job with our cross-country team. So we were able to recognize both Chris Stockman and Bernard McDevitt for just their dedication to kids and being willing to take that on. Wasn't a paid position, and yet they worked hard and did that anyway. So really appreciate the two of them stepping up and doing that. Moved on to reports. During my superintendent report, I updated the board on where we're at with regards to the state auditor's office and their recent finding report that they put out yesterday. So we talked through that for a little bit. We talked about the newspaper clippings that have come with the positive press that we've had in Oakville this year so far. If you haven't been up by my office recently, you'll see that pile is growing and growing. I just want to let them know that, hey, there's a lot of positive things that we've been able to share with the community and see that. And then if you haven't been on our Oakville website in a while, I encourage you to do so. We've been slowly updating, and it's starting to look like a real website. Getting to the point where we're pretty proud of what's happening there. Tanya was next. She talked about where we're at financially. We're in good shape financially. She continues to have our reserve rise a little bit, getting us back to where we can be solvent and be okay, climbing out of where we were at a year and a half ago. We had a pretty heavy consent agenda. Typically, those just kind of go through. And they're the typical stuff, but some different things with that. There were some new hires that I want you to be aware of, or some personnel action. So we are able to find a third bus driver. He will start with us next week, so we're pretty excited to be able to bring that on. We have one returning assistant basketball coach, Alyssa Charles, and then we have a new boys assistant basketball coach to work with Max Waring. His name is Trevor Bauman. So excited to see what the new basketball season is going to bring us here in a couple weeks. And then also Phil Spengler put in his letter of resignation with regards to the athletic director position. So we'll be figuring out how we're going to handle that here going forward. The board spent a little bit of time figuring out what they're going to do. There's some upcoming their association, the board WASDA association events coming up, so they talked about which ones they might be able to attend and which ones not. We looked at probably close to a dozen new policies or updates to current policy. So that's in the process of happening. So those went through first reading. They'll go through second reading next month, and then Bob did a pretty impassioned facilities report. It was good to have him here that last night and be able to be recognized for the hard work that he does for us on a daily basis, and his passion and vision for things that he sees with regards to facilities around, and then being able to report on some of the incredible work that he's done over the last year or so. And then we did go into executive session to talk about a couple of personnel situations, and then came out of the executive session with no action and adjourned for the evening. Let us know if you have any questions. It was a great meeting. Thanks.